Can you say dysfunction junction? Well, that's not this. This is eradication station. Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Willow, and welcome back to Shadow Root Grove. So, a lot of things has taken place over the weekend. Sometimes you find yourself to where you need to just restore a balance, to reground, to restable, and to just restore a balance. Sometimes you have to do a hard release of either a place, a person, or a thing, and that's what I found myself. And so now I just want to create a temporary mojo bag that I can carry with me for a while to help me just to restore that balance. So I will be making my Gris or mojo bag out of paper. And this is what I call petition paper. And it is just brown um, recycled paper that came in an Amazon box. And there's a video I have on here. It shows you how to create this so that you can use it in all of your spell work. The reason why brown paper is so popular, because way back in the day it was more available, and not only that, it upcycles it, but because it is pure fiber, no bleach, no chemicals, it's the purest form. So that's why I use it. So this is what I'm going to be using, and the paper is my vessel. It's going to hold my intention, and it's going to hold and help shape the energy to my will. Then we are going to be using pyrite crystals, but I'm not using pyrite for prosperity. This time the pyrite chips is for inner stability, confidence, and structural balance. Then we are going to be adding black obsidian chips, and this is to use as for a black mirror cleansing to reflect away and for protection, for truth, and for shadow balance. But whenever you're working with the shadows, you also need to bring in the light. So that is why I am adding calendula. I'm adding calendula petals for that solar warmth, for bringing in the light, for emotional harmony, and for that uplift of joy and cheerfulness. Then you need a thread. So I picked yellow for the same reasons as I chose the calendula, and that is for solar warmth and emotional harmony uplift. Your thread is your binding force. It seals the work and locks the balance in place. And on my altar, I decide to add a yellow candle for good cheer, bringing in the light, and for restoring joy, that balance in between. And I also asked it to stand as my witness and as my sentinel. And then I chose clear quartz to amplify and clear away. And of course, my jagged obsidian, to cut away anything that still remains. It doesn't need to be there. Everything in love, that's the reason why the rose quartz. I invited my goddess, Bridget, to come in to help because she's known as the morning sun. She hung her cloak on a morning sun ray. And so I invite Bridget to come in to help me to burn away what is not there, to bring back in clarity and joy. And also, I have her represented with an altar card I created, her cross that I made, and a little goddess figurine that I use often to represent her and some of my other solar light form goddesses. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our paper, and we need to make this pliable. And when it's pliable, it's going to stand up better. I think it strengthens it when you start breaking down the fibers. I don't understand it. I just know it does it. So I'm going to ask my candle to stand guard and open the way, to stand guard, light the way, and bear witness. And this is a candle we used in an earlier working, but I did not want to throw it away because it's a full candle. So I just asked it to work with me today. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper and I'm literally crumbling it and breaking down those fibers. The reason being is because this is going to make it a little bit more pliable for what I need to use it for. So I'm going to straighten it out. And as you see, it still has somewhat of a rigid feel. So I'm going to do it again from different sides until I feel I have really broken this down. Might even twist it a little bit. And this is just preparing the paper. This isn't setting any intention at all into it. I just really like to prepare my paper because I want it to be as pliable as I can get it. And I think that done the trick. So perfect. So now what I need to do is, this is a balance I want to bring in. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to tear the paper towards me to bring it in, to represent bringing this energy into me. Then turn it to the right, again bringing in. And I'm just going to tear down the sides. And also when you break it down, it makes it a lot easier to tear. Turn it to the right again. And then I am going to turn it one more time and bring this down as well. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put right into the center of the paper. I'm going to first say up on the paper, by page and path my will take form. Now I'm going to write my intention in the center. And mine is, ooh, my pen going to write? Let me see if I can get this to right. There we go. Mine is balance within me and around me. So mote it be. And then upon that, I am going to place in the middle some pyrite stones. Now I don't need to add a lot because, like I said, this is a temporary one. This is not for long endurance. It's temporary to serve what I need it to help me to do now. And so I'm going to add a few pyrite, and I'm going to say, gold of earth, steady my core. And then I'm going to go on to the black obsidian. And we're going to use this black obsidian like a mirror, actually, like a black mirror, to reflect back. And as I add the black obsidian, I am going to say, night stone, clear what does not belong, and reflect back. Deflect away any negativity I do not need. And then I'm going to scatter in my calendula. And I'm going to say, sunlight, sun petal light, restore my warmth and harmony. I think I'm just going to add all that in there. And that's it. And then I'm going to pull this up around all this. Okay, I'm just going to pull this up like this and pull all that into the center as such. And now I'm going to take my string, and as I wrap this, by knot and line, balance is bound to me. By knot and line, balance is balanced. Balance is bound to me. And again, you see how I'm pulling it in towards me and not away. And now I'm going to tie this. Now I'm going to tie this off. As such. Perfect. And there it is. I do have a lot up here, so I might go ahead and just, I'm going to pull this in towards me and pull all of this towards me because I don't need that big of a petal at the top. So I'm going to just pull that in towards me, focusing on restoring balance and pulling away what is not wanted or desired. And there is my little makeshift mojo bag. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to say, shadow and sun, steady and clear, balance restore, I hold it here. Now this is ready for me to carry with me. I will stick it in my pocket and I will carry it with me for a few days just to help me to restore that balance. and, you know, to reground and find my footing. It's just a good way, just a little bit of support to help me along the way. So there you go. You will find everything for this spell written down below. And I thank you for joining me. So if you will, please, you might hear some dogs and some ambulance went by. I just think they're howling in agreement. So with that being said, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and notify on my video. It helps me and it helps others find me. Also, no matter where you are, what you're going through, hold on. Tomorrow is a brand new day. And with that being said, with much love and gratitude, my friends, stay forever magical and blessed be.